So thank you, Monika, for joining us for this interview. Please tell us, how did you break the conventions of your life?
Yeah, so I was already 25 or so years old when I realized that the lifestyle I have, even though it's, very pretty and nice and everything is in order, it was not making me happy. I was a corporate lawyer in a bank. Already had my bachelor degree in place, and I was studying for my master in law. I had fiance and I had apartment, I had everything, what should be expected to have from you in this age. But I felt like I was not very happy with everything. This was not what I wanted to have, this is not maybe even the person that I wanted to have by my side for the rest of my life. So I had I've got this crazy email from a university, and they invited me to go on Erasmus. Anywhere in Europe I want to go. So I took the list, and I was looking, for the most exotic for me country in the list, and it was Portugal. It actually the farthest corner from Lithuania, where I was residing. And I wrote them back, okay, I will go if you will send me to Portugal, as a joke, from my opinion. And they took me and gave me the student loan to do that. And I was like, okay, so I now have to leave everything behind and go. And I was like, no, I'm not going, though this is stupid. This is like, giving up everything I was working for and whatever, even though it was not making me happy. So I was talking with some colleagues of mine, and they were a little bit older than me, and they was like, you have to go. You just have to go, because this is an opportunity. You will always have a chance to come back and do everything what you had to do, to come back and start over, or just continue from the point you stopped. So I went. I broke up with a boyfriend I had at the time, because I realized that everything was just happened to be around me, not by choice, but just by the circumstances that pushed me in that place, by the expectations by your parents, by society, that you have to have this life in order, your house, your family, your job and everything. And I just realized that, okay, I have to try something else and to find myself and what I want, not society wants from me. So even though I was not 18 or 20 when usually people go to Erasmus, I was 25, and I went to Portugal, to Lisbon. And I had the time of my life. I finished my master degree, and I discovered myself, in different styles. I changed my style. I changed, I don't know, the style of music that I listen. I actually listen myself a lot, and I find a lot of interesting things about me that I didn't know even exist. So I came back to Lithuania, and in a month or so I find a person that I fell in love with, and he loved me back, and now we're actually married. We have this cute little daughter together, and after a while, of course I tried, when I came back to Lithuania, I felt the same pressure. I tried to still fill in, the gaps that I've missed. I find the job related to my related to my education, and I was working in a bank. I also engaged the person that I was with, and we got married, and the COVID strike.
How did you find your creativity beyond the expectations of the society and of yourself?
So I think the important thing to say here, do not imagine that it's going to be very easy, because it's not easy. And the answer, sometimes maybe for some people the answer is just lying where, but for me it was not that easy. Then I had to break up my relationship, to solve the house that I was living in, to tell my boss that the one who was, believing in me and hiring me for a corporate lawyer position. And after half of the year, I was like, oh, sorry, I'm going, to find myself in Portugal. Well, it's a lot of pressure, and of course, my parents, when I told them, I hoped, for them to support me, but that was not the case. They were really angry with me, because the parents has the expectations for you that you're gonna find this steady place in life, and their job will be kind of done in there. And I found this place, and I was trying to break out from there. They were not happy because all this cycle starts again for them, and they said that I'm crazy, that I shouldn't do that. We were at the point even then where were not talking to me because I was, leaving everything behind and going to find myself. So I think this is very important, for every person to find where they are going to take their strength from. Is it a therapist, or is it, some activity that makes you happy and gives you this calm, place where you can think about yourself, go deeper into you? Is it yoga or swimming or I don't know, anything that gives you this mindfulness and this opportunity to search for those answers and to find the strength to fight this battle, with society and the people around you who really wants you to stay in the same spot. And it's going to be hard. It's going, to require to end some relationships, to take some people out from your life who are toxic or just not even toxic people. When you will find yourself, you will change, and you will change a lot, and some people will just not fit in anymore in your life. So how I did that, so I had this friend, my best friend, who helped me a lot and is still my best friend, because whenever I decide that I'm going to take my life and make it upside down, she supports me a lot. So I'm very glad to have her in my life. And actually at first I just rely on the feeling inside me that I need to do this because I'm not happy and I really want to be happy, and to find my path. So I was really relying first on myself, and with some support of my best friend I went to Portugal. And where was the place where I found new people, new friends, a new community, new culture whatsoever, who helped me to just supported me. I came, knew me. They didn't know who I was before, and they just took me in the community, the Portugal, the Lisbon, So it was really nice to find new people, and I think people are very important in everyone's life. So if the ones that surrounds you are not helping, are not supporting, or even are toxic to you, you can always find new ones and the supportive ones.
So how do you manage digital nomad lifestyle?
So at first we just came to Madeira for a month, just like I don't know, for a long holiday. We rented apartment from Airbnb, and we didn't have a car, so we just seeing places around, working inside the apartment, and just enjoying this workation, let's say like that. And the second time we came here, we already knew some people in here, we already had some connections, so I just called the owner of the apartment that we were in from Airbnb, and we made a deal, made a rent contract without Airbnb, so it was a lower price for us, so and good for him, because he has a steady people who are living in there, like reliable ones. So and we had some connections also for a car, and we found this amazing community here in Madeira, Nomads community, where are living people on the island who are working remotely, but living on the island, and came from, well, actually from the whole world. So the community is very important here, because I just go to WhatsApp, just ask the question and find the answer in there. So this is as easy as that. So I work in show production as a manager. I manage creative teams such as actors, dancers, creative other people, technicians, and makeup artists, and so on. Everyone who makes a show at some events. So even this job can be done remotely. So I work 2 or 3 months, online, just creating the event itself. My job requires me, to be on the spot for the event, but most of the job I do online, 2 or 3 months, for preparation, for planning everything, for casting, for people, to work with, and I just have to fly for 1 week or so to the country that I have a project in. It can be anywhere in the Europe or the world, actually, if you manage to find the project in there, and you have to be present for the event. But actually the rest of the time I can be anywhere in the world where I want. So I think this is pretty interesting work I'm doing, and the message here is that you don't have to be, just IT guy to live in another country and to work remotely. You can do whatever job. You just need a little bit of creativity and to find the right people to work with, and do any job from anywhere.
Thank you.